Is this thing on?
How do kind folks of the interweb? And we do apologise for being ever so briefly late, but fashionably late is the way to be here because we are here today for UCR Live. As you can see, we have a little tight little group of 4 amazing bitches ready to go. We have the lovely Vera here. How are you today, V?
I'm good. Had my physical today. Doctor says I'm going to live another year.
Woo!
Woo!
Are you just? Are
you will have me to kick around.
Are you going to renegotiate your rent on a yearly basis these days? Are you? Nah. Whatever. It's like whatever. And of course, the ever amazing, beautiful, pink-chaired loveliness that is Ms. Katrina A. Johnson. How are you?
Well, hello.
One time's a fine time. Oh, girl.
I'm about to get better.
Yes.
Well, I have actually no complaints today. My friends took me for a birth season kickoff to the Tiffany's store. You know, Tiffany's Blue Box. Some stores have a Blue Box cafe where they serve you, cute little, I don't know, fancy brunch things like fancy tea on Tiffany's plates in a Tiffany themed restaurant attached to the Tiffany store. Well, we have one here that was supposed to open, but it never officially opened because of the pandemic. So they sold it to a caviar restaurant, Petrosian. And so we went to the Tiffany themed restaurant that serves now caviar. So had a very fun, fancy lunch, but I didn't get enough food, so I'm going to be eating and drinking while we talk today. I'm so hungry.
Are you trying to tell us that you very nearly had breakfast at Tiffany's?
Ooh. Hi, Chris.
Very much.
Hi, Dave.
Very much. Hi, Dave. Good. Jeffrey, how you do today?
Hi, kids. It's been a week. I did a little interview last night with Jeanette Barber. She was the head writer on the Rosie O'Donnell show and worked at The View. She's a bunch of Emmys. She's a stand-up comic. It was a lot of fun. So that'll be dropping soon. And then there's been crazy things going on in Schitt's Creek, where I live. So the neighbor Gary, he fixes people's lawnmowers and things, right?
Yeah.
For a living? That's how he makes his living?
I guess, it's just kind of like a hobby. So one of the neighbors, I guess, he's a bigger dude, was going to decide he's going to bring his lawnmower over there for Gary to fix because the tires were flat. So he was leaning to one side. So he gets to Gary's garage and he hits
Gary's garage
going into the thing, and he knocks himself off the lawnmower, and the lawnmower then goes full bore into Gary's garage. Takes out this poor bastard's foosball table, hits some other lawnmower, some other neighbor he's working on, and does all kind of damage to it. And then he has this pink convertible Mustang. It's a 67 that he's been spending years and years redoing. Doesn't the lawnmower take the damn car out?
No.
So I'm like, why did you not have a camera in that garage, Gary? So Gary, and then the day before this, he flipped his Razor over. I'm like, oh my God, only in Schitt's Creek. I'm like, but could you imagine had he had the camera, the fat man falling off the lawnmower and the lawnmower just going berserk in the garage? And Gary's hearing this noise in the house going, what the hell's going on out there? Thinking it's somebody else's house. Not realizing his whole garage is being accosted. The whole foosball table, the foosball table, whatever it is gone. The lawnmower destroyed it. It is in pieces. Shambles. It's gone.
Shit.
And they're telling me the story. And I don't, you know what I mean? I don't do well with this type of stuff. I'm hysterical. I can't even pull it together to feel sorry for this man. And he's like, he's frustrated, right? And I'm just gone. And he's like, I don't know what I did to deserve this. And I just can't even apologize, nothing. And he's just getting more and more pissed off. I finally just had to roll away on the ground because it just, like, who does that happen to? Somebody coming down trying to get you to blow up their tires and they took out your whole garage and your big Mustang.
No.
Happy Monday. What the fuck? Excitement in Schitt's Creek. This is what we live for up in the mountains. I'm telling you.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a good time.
But
That
it's
is
Thursday.
crazy.
Yeah, I know, but this happened Monday, so I've been holding it all week, Diane. You don't even know.
The difficult task of rebuilding has begun since Monday. It's just
yeah. The dude's like, and then they're like, "Who's gonna pay for that?" He's kind of trying to put a homeowner's insurance claim. I'm like, because it's the Mustang alone.
Yeah.
It's insane. The price on that, and then the other dude, it wasn't even Gary's lawnmower. It was somebody else in the neighborhood's lawnmower he trashed.
Oh
my gosh.
Beautiful.
Luke sends his love, obviously. He's working. He's
good luck,
working.
Luke.
Good luck.
Look
We
alike.
miss
Thank
you.
you, honey bun.
We miss you. But is that like the local? It's got a foosball table. It's got all this kind of thing. Is that like the local hangout, or is
No.
His...
No, the fire chief is the local hangout where every Friday night the men do the
hello.
cornhole. Pretty much the whole community
I knew there was
neighborhood.
cornhole in here somewhere.
Yeah. The men all
Had to
get
be.
together, and then the ladies, far and wide of the neighborhood, all come to my house for, of course, the gay comes to town and takes over. You know what I mean? So all the girls come to my house. Yeah.
So all the straight men get together and play cornhole.
Yeah.
Jeff, I think you might be at the wrong party.
No, honey, if you saw these men, you'd understand. I was like, let me get the ladies over here because I wasn't.
I'll get the ladies. This is the
they're
the
not
super dance party.
There is not enough Jack Daniels in this entire state. No, look they're all very nice men folk, but there's not a chance in hell. I don't care how
Men folk.
No.
Look, we've woken Dakota from her nap. We said the word hole. She's involved. Hey Dakota.
Hey Dakota, what's up, girl?
We miss you too.
Dakota will be back next week, kids. I can't wait.
Cornhole. I just can't. Anytime someone says cornhole.
Oh my god, it's the dumbest thing.
How did it get that name though?
I have no idea.
Do you think it's maybe because the bean bags had corn in them?
Bags, yeah.
And they threw the corn into the thing, so you're throwing corn in the hole. But it usually comes out the way it goes in anyway.
Okay.
Because it's corn.
I'll let you have it. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's a big excitement.
A groan and a sleeper.
That was it. That was a cat groan I got there. So I'm very pleased with it.
Then if we get real bored, we could stop over at the Blouse Barn. You know what I mean? And have a mimosa while we're shopping and getting our makeup done.
Do they do that?
Oh, that's
Yes.
a full service blouse.
Yeah, the
That is
Blouse
cool.
Barn. Yeah, we have mimosas, and I'll let her go and she'll massage the face, and she has the massage chair, and yeah.
Oh wait, before we continue, I do have another question for a member of the panel.
Uh-oh.
Hold on for it.
Okay.
How are your feet?
Oh my god.
Do you care to share that story?
Sure. So, in Puerto Rico, I was there for a week last week and went and got a pedicure. Somehow, I always end up at this same salon. And let me tell you something, guys. It's not a regular salon. It looks like it would be online. It looks like it's going to be super nice, like a super normal nail salon with a bunch of stations. Great. I get there. It's inside a Walmart. And I've been there 3 times. I do this every time I'm there. I call around. I'm like, okay, I need a pedicure. I need this. I need that. And nobody answers, and they treat you like you're lucky if they even can fit you in a week. And I'm like, I'll be gone in a week. I need an appointment today, tomorrow, the next day. They will not accommodate you, and they are rude. So this salon always answers the phone, always gives me an appointment. I've been there 3 times, and I never realized that's the same salon Because when you look on Yelp, it doesn't say, "Hey, I'm inside Walmart." No, it says Regal Salon. I'm like, "Oh, Regal. Okay, yeah, let's get some royalty." Yeah. So I always book an appointment there, and I end up inside freaking Walmart getting a pedicure. And wouldn't you know, this time this bitch busts out a Craftsman tool and full on takes a dry sander to my feet, shaves them down, and is sanding my feet with a power tool. And I took a video and I posted it because I didn't think you guys would believe me, but it happened.
Did it
I
feel
even
nice?
got the model number.
Does it feel good?
No, it's embarrassing.
No?
But I mean, I have the softest hoofs in town. Like, she filed those
Yeah,
bitches
right.
down and they're good to go now.
You're down to the baby bone. You're like, hello.
Mhm,
Lost
super
a good
soft.
couple of pounds off the feet.
I
Like,
think
you're
so.
short.
I think
Are
so.
you shorter?
Well, we'll just say today my
We'll have to see.
chiropractor was like, you seem short.
Seem
Oh.
short. Oh, I saw it. I'm putting it up.
Dakota gotta call me out. Head to me for the best foot jobs. That's right, y'all.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Dakota can't great for that.
Make sure you
fetish.
check out that trailer. It's up on TikTok, YouTube, and the Facebook page right now if you haven't seen it yet. For the new Guilty Pleasures reboot coming soon to Wednesday nights.
Mm-hmm. Well, while we're keeping it classy, we should probably dive into this week.
Hot load of hot topics.
Because nothing says
my
hot,
God.
classy like
Nothing
that.
says hot like kitties' titties going round. Going round. All right. One story is all he gets this week, and we're going to be in and out on it because I'm sick of hearing about it. Will Smith has officially left the Academies after getting his award and running like a little bitch.
What?
So
How do
yeah,
you leave
after
the
resigned.
academy?
he resigned from the Academy. So after all the hullabaloo of, will he lose the award? Won't he lose the award? Will cut and ran, got what he wanted, got away scot-free with no kind of repercussions or anything. So,
well, I don't think they should have taken the Academy Award.
They took it away from him?
No,
They didn't.
He left
No,
before
he
they
didn't even get a
could.
slap on the face. He didn't get anything.
or the wrist.
If you resign, though, do you have to give it back?
No, because he got what he wanted.
You don't get the perks anymore. Like, you don't get the
no screeners, no
you
nothing.
don't get the free movies. You get a movie. Like, anytime a movie comes out, you get your own. Yeah. To watch at home. Yeah, he doesn't get that anymore.
But well, I'm sure Jada's
I bet Jada does.
Right.
And probably Jaden.
And Willa. Oh, no, she
Jaden
sings.
Probably is for sure.
There was a story about him, Jada chasing him to react to a Facebook, to like an Instagram live, and everyone's like, "Oh, he looks like he hates his life," and rah rah rah. So I don't know what's going on with the Smiths. Like, do you think that she's the problem? Maybe. Just putting it out there.
I think it's just their relationship. Like, this is their business.
But what a kick in the tits for the brand of Smith, hey? It's just like, hey, we are so relatable, we're so down to earth, and la la la, and then fucking hell, he goes slap happy, and it's just the whole world shits itself. It's
what doesn't it make it show them more human, like that they are people, that they have real problems, and that they react just like everybody else?
No, at a work party, they'd be arrested.
Oh, I'm not saying the slap part of it. I'm talking about the video and how, because I saw it on TikTok a little bit ago. I mean, they're just people. You know what I mean? The slap aside.
Well,
the whole brand that they're trying to cultivate is that they're not the normal celebrities.
We started talking about Will. We dropped 4 viewers.
We're not going to stay here long. But the whole brand they're cultivating is like, we're so down to earth and we're so nice and everything's like happy and peachy pie. I don't know. It's just ever since that whole cuckolding incident, I feel like things have just taken a very weird turn for them.
That was a known situation.
Yeah.
Like, he's been doing that for years. Like, all of his co-stars.
World's biggest
That's a
cuck,
known
Will
thing.
Smith.
They're allowed to.
Yeah, I think just Jada calling it out and making him sit there and take it was like, oh, that's a bit how you going. So emasculate much? But, go for it. That's how we do. That's how we do sometimes, It's how you got to roll with people. So, I'm going to take you down.
Yeah, that's a big
Copycat
thing.
slappers will be removed. Interesting.
Well, I mean, it's pretty soon you're not going to have stand-up comedy anymore because you're not going to be allowed to say anything because somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Well, someone complained today about Jimmy
What
Kimmel
I do now.
making a joke about the slap. He made a joke about Will Smith slapping, and then someone got called. The police called them or something. I don't know.
That's
Didn't really read it
stupid.
much. I know, right?
Stupid.
How stupid can people be? Pretty stupid in general is the
Consensus.
general vibe. But people can also be assholes because I don't know if you read this story. Albert Pujols. Yeah. Basically, he's a baseball player who left his wife after she was it diagnosed or was having an operation for brain cancer.
I think it's stage 4 though, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't good.
serious.
Like he couldn't hold on for another 6 months. What a dick.
He actually said in his statement,
exactly.
I know this is horrible timing because it's opening day and she has medical problems. He made sure to say opening day or opening season, whatever the hell it was, before her medical condition. It was oh, by the way, she's got problems.
And it's not just a medical condition. It's like pretty much a terminal diagnosis of, I think, they've got children too. The mother of your children, is dying, but, baseball first.
And did you see that one chick in the comments? She's like, wow, people with tumors, it does change them. You know what, chick? I hope that your husband walks out on you, allegedly. I say that with love, not really, okay? Seriously? So, okay, your man gets a brain tumor and that changes his personality, so that's your excuse to bounce out on, right?
Dave's got the info on the Jimmy Kimmel slap. Marjorie Taylor Greene made the police report.
Oh, God.
Vera's favorite girl.
Oh, I did. You know what? I retweeted that on Twitter. I should have known.
She's a dumb bitch. Literally both of them. But I don't know. I think it's this current stage, and this is my plan, right? I've got a plan. So Married at First. I don't know. Is Married at First Sight a big thing over there? That TV show.
Unfortunately.
Yeah? All right, it's huge here. I think they need to do a twist on the show, right? Because they're not legally married. I reckon they fuck them up. They legally have to be married for a year to get paid. Watch the show change tact then.
I didn't know they get paid. Of course they get paid.
Of course they get paid. These people are desperate. They're on the audition notices are on Star Now here, which is
Let's
a
have
casting
some real fun. They have to live under the same roof and be married for 5 years.
And the winner gets the winner gets $5 million.
Oh, anyone would stay married for 5 years for $5 million.
But they can't cheat. They can't do anything like that.
You could live in opposite ends of the house.
No, you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to. I reckon that they have to stay in a 2-bedroom house. Let's make it. Let's fuck it up.
Do you think anybody would sign up for that?
But they wouldn't know. That's the thing. Jeffrey would look. I like money.
For $5 million? I'll marry Katrina tomorrow. I'll marry Steve, Luke, you. I'll marry Katie McCarthy. I don't care. $5 million? I'll marry Mike J for $5 million. Okay.
Oh, that's harmony.
But only if you don't have to stay married for 5 years. Come on, let's be real.
Oh, him for 5 years?
Yeah.
$5 million? Wait, is it tax-free $5 million?
No,
it's never tax-free, baby. It's never tax-free.
What if I buy you a designer paper bag?
I don't care. I'm not sleeping with him. I'm not having sex with him.
Oh, that's part of the marriage.
Oh, no. It ain't going down. I ain't forget
Love, honor, and obey, baby.
Forget it.
Love,
forget
honor,
it.
and obey.
Ain't going down.
But you're still down for me, Vera, and Steve, right?
That's bigamy. No, that's bigamy.
He hasn't answered.
Thinking. He's still thinking. Jeffrey,
We
five
gotta have
minutes.
sex. We gotta have sex for
At
5
least
million.
once. At least once.
Oh, once? Okay, fine. No problem.
Once.
Yeah.
In the
Okay.
dark, any hole's a goal, you know?
Oh, it doesn't have to be in the dark. One time's fine, but I mean, like thinking like every
one
night.
time's fine.
Like,
Not
oh,
every,
that could
who
be
has,
strenuous.
Who has
I don't
sex
think most
every
people
night?
do that every day. I do, but
No
I don't
one-
think most.
Right. I mean,
Not
who does?
married
Nobody
people.
wants to be one of those couples that only has sex 5 or 6 times
yeah.
a week.
See, I've never been married, so I don't count.
I don't
But
yeah.
know.
Oh.
Only
Oh,
5 or 6
terrific.
times a week.
Only.
Only, yeah.
That's Jeffrey's daily schedule.
Exactly. And
Oh,
it doesn't work
God.
out. And this is why cheating happens when your partner doesn't want to, it's a problem.
I think that is very important, though, that you do. If you're gonna, buy the cow as it is, that you make sure that you are matched in that. You are matched in that in that area specifically, or you have the understanding that it's okay to go get what you need. Because if you don't, sex is a very big thing
with
for
open
people.
marriages, and it's never worked out for them.
I think that religious people in that regard are kind of screwed, right? Because they're not allowed to taste the milk before they get the marriage contract. So
What if
you
just-
could
what
end
if you
up
marry a
with a
Dutch
super
root?
freak, and you've never been milked, and now he's trying to milk you all day long. I don't know. It might not work out that way.
It sounds
Mix
like
your
a
milk
dream.
with your Cocoa Puffs. Milky
It could
round.
be really uncomfortable.
I don't really
Like
see a
true
problem.
Bible camp girl.
Well, you don't, because you like to do milking and get milked and you're good. But if you get like someone who's dry, who has no milk to give, then what?
That's a problem.
Because you're
If
already
you marry
married
like
with duck,
If
then
you
what do
marry
do?
like a 1950s librarian or something, very upper.
No, well, that's why I feel like gay guys have it right. You know what I mean? We're like, hi, how are you? Let me see your dick pic. And then we fuck on the first date. You know what I mean? Before dinner. Because there's no point in wasting any money on the meal if there's no compatibility.
There's
So
nothing
wait. If you don't like,
Throw,
go ahead.
Go,
ahead.
Kat.
I was going to throw out a controversial segue here.
Oh, Vera's
Yeah,
going to be
please.
controversial.
Oh, yeah, get in
I
on
don't
it.
make the guy pay for my dinner. I
What?
have
She's
for
independent.
years.
What?
It's like, come
Is
on,
that
I have
because
a job.
you want to leave? If you need to,
Okay, but if I do, yes. In case I do, I don't feel like I owe you a damn thing.
You already
Kat,
know
you were
how
gonna
I
say?
feel about that.
What were you going to say, Katie? She's lost it.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
There's
No,
nothing.
it's
There's nothing worse than sitting through a date where you're like, oh my god, I'd rather chew off my left leg
Oh,
than stay
yes.
here another 5
I
minutes.
remember.
You're like,
I was just
Ugh.
gonna say. So, what happens if they show you the pic and you don't like the pic? Do you just bail? Like, or do you say,
Yes.
I gotta go. Bye.
Yes. Listen,
Bye.
there's nothing worse than an ugly penis, okay? Like, if the penis is ugly, I don't care how hot the body and face is. This is not happening, okay?
Okay, but what if when you look at the photo, you're totally sober and you're not into it, and then you think about it later after a drink or 2 or 3, and you're like, you know what? I don't even need it near my face. Put it somewhere else.
No.
nothing good happens after 2 a.m.
It doesn't happen.
All right.
No, because it's, come on. Have you not looked at a penis and been like, that is the ugliest dick I've ever seen?
Yeah, they come to me on Instagram all the time. Thanks.
Dickstagram.
I couldn't swipe right on mine.
Oh, Dave is reading me to Phil. Speak for yourself. First date dick? Never. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh wow, Jeffrey, I feel like that might be a bit of a You've been called out on that before by some viewers, haven't you?
What? Being a whore?
Yeah. Just first date.
Oh, come
First
on.
date.
Vera, have you ever fucked on the first date?
Oh, yeah.
Who hasn't? Who hasn't? I was just being funny.
I actually can't believe the
Wait,
people
Kat.
who were like, you can't fuck him, you can't fuck him. But I'm like, yes, I fucking can.
Are you challenging me?
Watch me.
I
I'll
would-
leave the camera on.
Only if they pay for dinner. Like, I'm telling you, that
they
dude,
didn't have to pay for dinner.
that dude that went Dutch, he's like, oh, your kids are in bed? He's like, how about I come back to your house?
Ew. No.
First off, the fact that you brought my kids into this,
It's creepy and weird.
And second of all, we went Dutch. No.
Amen.
No.
You're lucky if you get a wristy in the car park. That's about
He
it.
wasn't getting nothing. Nothing. The
Mm-mm.
nurse paid for dinner. He got sex.
There you go.
Hi, Spartan.
What if he?
He's
Oh,
not on today.
what if he
That's
only
all.
takes you to like Red Lobster? What if you don't even like the dinner?
The biscuits.
Red Lobster's pretty
They
expensive.
paid for dinner.
He's
not taking me to Mickey D's.
What if he takes you to Sizzler and your bill is only
Classy.
$9?
Bitch, I ain't going to nobody's Sizzler.
But you got all you can eat shrimp.
I don't care. First off, just
What
because
do
I'm a
you
fat
do?
girl don't mean you're taking me to a buffet.
Okay. So there is a limit. We have standards.
Hashtag standards.
Hashtag standards better than
I didn't
Sizzler or above. Don't take Jeffrey to a Golden Corral for fuck's sake. It'll be all over.
Nope, it's not going
The
down.
gravy
That's not
fat
happening.
doesn't do it for him.
But if you did go Dutch, your bill would only be like $7.
Change for the valet. It'd
Well,
be great.
if he says meet me at the Golden Corral, I'm standing him up.
I've never actually been to the Golden Corral, and I have no desire to find out what
Me
it's like.
either.
No.
Yelp always tells me they're good for breakfast, but I don't think they even have breakfast.
It's just
think
the
Yelp
scraps
is
from
right.
last
Like,
night.
I
Let's
don't-
go in the dumpster.
Something about the name Golden Corral just is an
And the fact that
absolute.
A
they've got-
corral sounds like a trough. Like I'm going.
And the fact
Yeah.
They've got like the chocolate fountain, right? So that's just other people's
Oh, I thought it was a
hands going
gravy
in.
fountain.
Salmonella.
Oh.
You go in full, but you come out and lose 24 kilos. You're like, oh, it's skinny. I got that
Well, then I'm
salmonella from
down. Let's go. You know what?
We're going.
I'll treat all y'all. Let's go.
But, all right, when we go, maybe that's an adventure for when we
We
come
have to
over.
put out
We'll
Kat.
go group
You know,
Golden
Vera has to
Corral.
put out. The rest of you two get a pass.
We're gonna pay. We'll do a Vera goes speed dating at Golden Corral special or something.
Oh no.
Set her up near the gravy fountain.
Wait,
She'll
I
be
don't
like,
think they have
"Yes,
alcohol.
no."
That's not gonna work.
They don't have
that isn't gonna
alcohol.
work.
No, that's
Oh,
not
don't
gonna
they?
work. I don't know. I haven't
Oh.
been, but I don't think so.
That's not
Would a
what I'm down with.
buffet have alcohol?
Well,
I
if
don't
you go to,
know.
like,
Some
You would think
brunch-
so. Drunk people eat
Ringside
more,
brunch
right?
Buffet, you could get it, but not at the Golden Corral.
that's
Dave's in New Zealand, so he said,
I gathered that from the
had a
QR.
chocolate fountain. What is this place? It's a
Yeah, it's-
shitty chain buffet place. in
No,
Yeah.
America.
the shittiest one that I went to one in America across the road from Disneyland.
Uh-huh.
And it was
Yeah, they have
Cap-
all of those there.
It was Captain something's. I feel like Captain Jack's or whatever it
Oh.
was.
I thought Captain Jack's is supposed to be a nice place. No, I thought they
It
have
was-
like
I
crab
don't-
legs there.
It
No,
wasn't good. I think we were there just before
sure you're
closing
right.
because it
Uh-oh.
weren't good. We went
Mhm.
and
I didn't know
I was
it
like,
was a buffet.
I don't know if that's the exact name. Okay, so I could
Listen,
be
I don't- I-
allegedly.
I
It
don't
might
know
be.
that you should be talking about taste in food because I had some friends that may or may not have been on a TV show that used to maybe kind of sort of do the show on a regular basis that used to wear multicolored spandex who said the food in Australia sucked. Just saying.
It's all right.
Are you talking about Miss
I-
Ashley?
I ain't scared of Power. I ain't scared of no Power.
I ain't saying no names.
I ain't scared of no Power.
I ain't
Rangers.
saying Power
Anyway,
Rangers.
we went to get food, and one of the guys I was with went to pick up like mac and cheese out of the thing with the Scoopy, and the Scoopy lifted up the whole
Bro.
thing, like container and all out of the hot bay. I was like, don't eat that.
Don't
He
eat
ate
that.
that.
It's not safe.
He
It's
ate
not
that,
safe.
and then all the next day he's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go to the
I'm
bathroom.
guessing
Like,
there was some,
I told you
melted
not to eat that.
plastic in there. God.
Like, oh, that's not good. It's not good. You know, it's just sometimes you should know better.
Right. So basically, if you take any of us to Golden Corral, you don't get any. Nobody's
You
put
don't
out.
get any. No golden.
And Vera
anything
won't
for
even
you.
show up. Vera won't even show.
I'm not even showing up. No.
Because no alcohol there. So
Me
Vera's
neither.
not interested.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make
Yeah.
better choices in life.
I want a car service and booze.
Oh, as Todrick Hall found out, because he owes $60,000 in rent. This guy, like, do you guys know who Todrick Hall is?
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, so Todrick Hall is a former, like, American Idol contestant, but he got really big on YouTube, and then he's like, he was
Did, like these faux
in
musicals.
tight with
singer.
RuPaul and all this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he's doing the rounds of all of these reality shows. So it's just on the Masked Singer over there, and he's been on Celebrity Big Brother, and I don't know if he realized that he was being filmed all the time, but he was talking shit basically about his fans and how much he charges them for cameos and how he doesn't actually like personalize anything and rah, and basically just takes people's money. He got caught out like saying really nasty things about other housemates like Shana Mockler, who is Travis Barker's ex-wife, and then Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC. But the big thing is, in the past, he's actually been accused many, many, many times of not paying people. And this latest story, he's being sued now for not paying $60,000 worth of rent on a house that he alleges, if it's the house in the picture, he said he owned it and made a big video about owning this house in Hollywood.
Of course he did. That's what they do. Of course he did.
Right. So, like, shit catches up with you, is what I'm saying. Why would you say this kind of shit on camera? Like,
right.
Hello,
to look like the big man on campus. To look like you're high and mighty. I'm so successful. I'm so rich. I'm so this. I'm so that.
That
so
shit
great.
catches up with you, right, Kat? Like, if you can't back it up 24/7, we've lived the existence.
Well,
like that shit.
Okay, I actually own this pink chair.
This is not my chair.
I can back it on up. It's cool. It's for real.
You would have seen it in the industry, like time and time again. People living out of their means to look
it
like
happens
they're
all the
living
time.
a
But
life.
specifically with influencers, because they feel like they have to live up to this facade, this lifestyle, this glamorous success, whatever. But I mean, it's less than 1% of people who can actually afford big old mansions. I mean, a few of them can. Some influencers can. Not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
They just get caught up in the life and what their friends have. You know, keeping up with the Joneses type.
Or their friends have. You know?
But there's so many of them that have been caught with these sorts of situations.
Yeah.
And what is that? Like, you cultivate this brand for years and years and years, and like, you just like, I don't understand. You've got to be a very clever or smart person to keep all your lies in a row for that long, especially in today's day and age where people can get on Google and go, your name, and go back through your bloody entire existence and find the most random
liars
things.
Don't care. If you catch a liar in a lie, they're just going to keep lying. They're not going to cop to it ever.
Well, they care when it starts hitting their bank account.
They're not going to cover it up with more lies.
I mean, he should probably just go to jail because he probably doesn't have the 60 or 80 grand that he owes those people.
I know, right? I don't think Celebrity Big Brother is paying out big, considering some of the names that they're throwing around us.
Well, you know, they use celebrity lightly.
Very loosely.
I'm available. I think I fit the bill.
Right,
like
the
Dancing
one
with the Stars.
Yeah, Dancing with the
Really?
Star adjacent.
Since
It's
when
like,
is he a
okay.
star?
Oh, there's some
Remember the
questions
time
here.
Christy Swanson got on Skating with the Stars?
Did you guys have to dive? Did you guys have the diving one over there?
No.
Over here we had a celebrity diving competition.
We used to have a celebrity circus when I was young, before you kids were born.
No, there was a celebrity circus back in the day, but there's like, people get a real sick fascination out of watching these people like struggle. What he says is like,
I think the only one who could like nail it is Nicole Scherzinger, the Pussycat doll. The only
she
one
could
who
nail
actually
anything.
sang. She
She's
did
so
a few
fucking
reality
hot.
shows, and she does everything. They're like,
and
hey,
now she's the host of everything. She's like,
yeah. They're like, we're gonna shoot you out of a cannon, and you're gonna do the splits and hit a bullseye from a bow and arrow. And she's like, yeah, I am. And she does.
And Nicole just yes ands it. She's like,
she
improv
basically
101.
just
Yes
floods
and
sprinkles, and it just rains diamonds on everybody.
She's so fucking hot. Whatever.
She could be in the celebrity circus. I'd watch it.
I'd watch it. I'd buy tickets, and I would sell it.
I would be into it.
I would sell my story. But speaking of selling our stories, we do have a local story, an Australian story. You guys probably won't care, but it does actually involve tangentially a friend of the show, panelist Katie Underwood, because
Get into it.
her former bandmate and current bandmate for her spin-off band Cabell, Belinda Chappell, has sold the rights to a TV show here in Australia to Paramount Plus that they're calling Paper Dolls, which is set in the early 2000s and revolves around the creation of a reality-based girl group.
Oh,
Sound familiar, anyone? So there's not a lot of information out there yet as to or like reaction from the other girls, but I think this is going to be a bit juicy because there is a lot. If you go back, I think it was nearly 2 years now, watch Katie's interview. She was very forthcoming as to what happened behind the scenes. People know a lot about what happened, but there's still more stuff that we don't know yet about that. So it's going to be good TV. So it's coming to Paramount Plus in Australia. They're shopping it at international something. Yeah, it could be coming to you guys too, basically. Basically, it left my brain.
Looks like okay, somewhere.
Next time we see Katie, we'll have to ask her feelings. I'm sure she would be fine with it because she bounced. She'd been a busy lady. She'd been a busy lady. She'd been moving houses. She's been doing concerts. She's been doing a whole lot of stuff. So live music is finally back. Live music and events are here. It's like it's making everyone a bit excited. Also, her former you guys won't care, but her former co-host, her co-bandmate Sophie Monk got married.
She looks so gorgeous. Wow.
She is.
She does.
Those teeth are a bit big, but I've always said that. No, you know when people get the veneers that are just that much too big?
Yes.
You're like, you can't close your mouth anymore?
Yes, I do.
No, yours are no, you know what I mean, Kat. They're about 7 centimeters too big and bright blue.
No, I do know what you mean.
Hello.
They're like neon white and they look crazy. Yeah.
And you
like
you go into the UV light and it's like
yeah. All my telenovelas that I watch, everybody has it. Apparently, I guess they're really big in Colombia.
All right.
Are you learning Spanish from the telenovelas?
Poquito. Although I went to a wedding that was bilingual. They did most of it in English, but then they read some in Spanish. And I could not understand any of the Bible verses in Spanish because I know telenovela Spanish. But when people were giving scandalous stories in the speeches and they were talking about dirty stuff, I knew all of that.
Yeah, you did. Good girl. She knows the important shit.
I know the scandalous stuff, but not the Bible verses.
Dave, I think we have to have a conversation. I'm all about the drama behind the Pussycat Dolls. We will talk about it. These guys couldn't give a shit. But anyway, let's jump into this week's View from Here.
That was so dramatic, Steve.
I know. I love some drama today. I'm feeling very dramatic today. Got homosexual fever. I can't help it. All right. Today's View from Here is going to be all about other people's opinions because we had an article posted on the site about this lady. Her name is Tara Jane McConaughey. I don't know. She spent $135,000 to gain the look we are currently looking at on screen. If you just Google the name, guys, if you're listening, it's an image. There's been a bit of a hubbub in the comments about how people choose to look and rah and titty boo. So my question for the panel is: do other people's opinions of you matter in your everyday life? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go, Kitty. Yeah.
When you say other people's opinions, do they matter on my life? Strangers' opinions, not so much, but people that I know, yes. Mm-hmm. Does it affect the way I look? Yes. Do I want to go on Instagram Live without makeup and a filter? No. Does Jeffrey ask me to do it every day, and do I say no?
Yes.
Yes. So, I mean, do I care how I am viewed by the public? Yes. But do I care when they tell me that my voice is annoying, or that I'm stupid, or that I'm a hoe, or that I'm a prude, or that I'm short or fat or tall or whatever? No, I don't really care about that because they don't really know me. But when it comes to people that really know me, do I care what they say? Yes, absolutely.
And it must be hard because you've said in the past as well, because you grew up on camera, that other people's opinions were very important of what you looked like and what you sounded like.
The network was
Yep.
in my ear all the time, and they would say, "Oh, she's too skinny. Oh, she's too fat. Oh, put her on a diet. Oh, we already have a fat one. She can't be the fat one." So that definitely stuck with me. I still hold myself to those ridiculous standards.
Exactly. So that has shaped the person you are today, right?
Definitely. Early on, it got me. Yeah. I've probably lessened up on it as far as when people come at me with things. That doesn't hit me nearly as hard as it used to. But when people that I know say things to me, yeah, absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, sometimes people aren't going and it depends on your mental health and relationship with yourself. You say worse things to yourself than anyone's ever going to say to you.
Oh yeah,
like some of the conversations that you have in your head, you're like,
yes.
Oh god. And especially if you work in an industry like Kat has, I grew up in the performing arts industry as well, where it is so based on the outside product of what you look like and how you sound and da-da-da-da-da.
Thanks, Dave.
You can't help but have that in the back of your head, but how much that dictates your life and it's always there. You know what I mean? But
other people's opinion drove my self-worth for way too many years. I mean, I was in my late 40s, early 50s before I started saying, fuck it, fuck you. I mean, one bad word from a stranger could make me cry. I've let it affect me my whole life.
Well, I'm glad that you say fuck it now, because nobody deserves to have that power. Not over you,
it's not cool.
The powerful woman we know and love.
Oh, thank you.
I think we all I don't know. There's still time. You can be as confident as you like, but sometimes you walk into a room and if one person goes, you go, oh shit, what's wrong?
Well, the worst opinion that plays in my head is my mother.
Smother.
Me too.
Yes. That's the one that colored everything.
My mom was harsh and she was mean. Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course I couldn't have a sweet mom is like, oh, you're so beautiful and sunshine and rainbows. No. She was harsh and she turned me from a tomboy to a very girly girl. Told me I can't leave the house without a perfect outfit and good earrings, and I always have to have nails and hair and makeup and blah 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 blah. I've let that go.
I have to tell you, Kat,
I still feel it. Yeah.
I saw a picture of young Kat with young Lindsay Lohan, and the first thought that came to my mind was that you are so much prettier than her. How come you didn't end up with the mega career?
Well, thank you. I don't know. I guess I just kind of took a step back in college and I got a little burned out of all of it.
Yeah. So for the whole mother angle, let's play devil's avocado. Do you think that there was well intention there, or do you think it was just
I think in my instance, it was well intended. I think she wanted me to be beautiful and have all of the perks that beautiful people have, right? Life is easier when you're beautiful. I've been fat and I've been skinny, and it's easier when I'm skinny. And I've been hot and I've been not, and it's easier when I'm hot. The world is judgmental and loving in weird ways, but the world does like prettier people more. The world is nicer to prettier people. Life is much easier when you're prettier. You get whatever table you want. You get your drinks free. You get access that other people don't. And I've been both. And I'm telling you, it's much easier when you're pretty or you have a group of pretty with you.
Yeah, right.
Life is easier. It really is.
If you can sturgeon onto someone and be like,
Yeah,
I don't have to
well,
work as hard.
when I lived in Vegas, all of my friends were 10s. Hard, solid, drop dead, gorgeous, cold stone stunners because everything was free. We'd get a free
Right, when you're
table
pretty.
at this nightclub. We'd get a free comped dinner at Tao. Everything everywhere. You know, the who's who, the best of the best was free as long as you bring at least 6 hot girls. That's the rule there. And
That is
I'm
the
telling you,
rule.
life is better and easier if you're trying to go out and be in the public when you're hot. And when
Right.
you're not, it's harder. You got to be smart. You got to be funny. You got to be all these things.
Educated, whatever.
You have to have a job. You have to pay bills.
Guys, adulting is hard. Listen to us.
But it's true.
Crying our faces off. Jeffrey, you always present a very confident facade. Has it always been that way when it comes to other people's opinions?
It's not so much other people's opinions. I think the worst one is my own.
100%.
I am my own worst critic. I'm the biggest negative influence in my own life.
Of course.
I'm the hardest person on myself. In 3 years in therapy, that's like the therapist tried to drive that home to me, was how hard I was on myself. And it's something I still can't. I
don't think that's something you ever get rid of either.
No, and it's almost painful to hear a compliment.
Can I ask a question, Jeffrey?
Sure.
Do you think that's reaction formation from other people criticizing you as a child? That those voices got in your head early?
No, because it's not even about like anything physical or like looks or anything like that, right? I think it has a lot to do with my mother. Of never having
one thing, it's a smother.
Of never feeling, and I think too, it really didn't kind of form more until adulthood, of never feeling good enough. You know what I mean? You have stores, you're making a shit ton of cash, you're doing all the things right on paper, but it's not right. Because then you're never around because you're working all the time, because that's what you have to do to build businesses. And when you're constantly opening your restaurants, you have to work all the time. And then you're an ass.
Can you take a compliment? How does that affect you?
It's very hard. It's very it's uncomfortable. I don't know how to react to it.
Can I add something? What about if it's a compliment that you've worked for? Like, say if your store was successful because you've worked hard for it.
If it was about the store, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not something that's immediately personal, but it's about your output, not necessarily yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, for instance, I think Jeffrey looks very handsome today. And I texted him, hey, I think you look so good today.
Did you see my eye twitch? Did you see the eye twitch?
I didn't see an eye twitch
today, Jeffrey.
I said to him in a text message, hey, Jeffrey, I think you look super hot today. I think you look young. I think you look awesome. And you know what he said back? Not a tostada. Not a word.
See, look, we have Madison Divine. Jeffrey Emmett's looking pretty dapper tonight.
He really is.
Hey, Jeffrey of the gorgeousness.
Yep. See,
I was showing my mother a tape of last week's show because she can't work technology at all.
You're trying to kill her,
She's having trouble with the Rosetta Stone. But, I was showing her the tape of our show last week. All she said was, I look surprised all the time. And Jeffrey's so handsome.
Oh,
Jeffrey.
Wow,
Jeffrey is so handsome.
Oh, Jeffrey.
So handsome.
So handsome. With a clutch the pearls even.
Oh.
So
maybe you're going to get offered a dowry, Jeff. Hold on.
Yeah.
The dowry.
Take my daughter, please.
But it's interesting.
Herself.
And it's interesting that she didn't compliment you, though.
She did not.
And I think you're a really important part of the show.
Of course.
It's interesting that she didn't acknowledge that part.
But you never.
Well, Vera
probably didn't hear any of the show either because she's too vain to wear her hearing aids.
Well, that could be
But-
part of it.
But I think that's all part of it as well. Like especially when you're on a show like this where it's a panel show and people have their favorite people and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it can only take one thing that's not necessarily even about you or like tangentially about your appearance, and you go, I don't know, this might just be me, but sometimes like someone will say something like, oh my god, okay, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm gonna be alone forever, I've never done anything with my life, and then a shame spiral. Oh, I'll see you at the
See,
bottom.
I don't ever really feel like that though. I don't
Don't do it on camera.
I don't get like that. See, that's
I should get it more than like 3 or 4 times in my life, but I get into one of those spirals, and it's a bad place to be.
like I'll get into things like, oh my god, the show's not working, we just need to pull the plug. That kind of thing, or like the business
I've heard that one. I've heard that one.
Yeah, but not about like I don't ever
We've
feel
all
like
heard
I'm fat, I'm gonna be alone. You know what I mean? Like I don't ever feel like that. Like
No, because you get to yourself before that, like I
Yeah.
do, and I say myself, what?
Yeah, I
You're
know.
not a size 4 anymore? This is not going to work. Get your ass in that treadmill. Get your ass on that
I
Stairmaster.
don't
Let's
care
work
if
it
I'm
out.
alone. I think
well,
Yeah,
I'd
I
much
fully
rather be alone.
recognize that I've made choices that have caused me to stay alone.
Yeah.
You know, I can own those choices that I've made in my life.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I guess and it just depends on your confidence in yourself when people do bring up stuff like that, or you get compared, not even maybe obviously to like, I don't know, people in your friend group or people you grew up with or you go, oh, they're doing this and you're doing this. It's like, oh, okay. I don't know, it might just be me. I just go, oh, every
My
now and then I
family
go,
was
"Ooh."
like that with all of my
Yeah.
cousins. They would compare all of us to each other. So early
Right.
on, I felt bad for my cousins because, at 10 years old, I had a job and they didn't. There's no way for them to compete with that. It's not
How
fair.
dare they?
But my grandparents sort of pitted us all against each other. Oh, well, cousin Dina's the pretty one. She's beautiful. I was definitely not the pretty one. Well, Katrina, no, she's not the pretty one. Dina is the pretty one. And I always envied my beautiful cousin Dina, who was stunning. She was like a model, long, blonde, gorgeous hair, beautiful, amazing body. And I was just not. I was short and chubby with curly hair, but I was funny. And then eventually the funny got me a job. And so then they were jealous of me. But it was weirdly successful because then everyone in my family became really successful. They pitted us all against each other. We hated each other as kids, but
There
then
you go. Sometimes it works, I guess.
my one cousin is a executive at Microsoft. My other cousin is a congressman. Like they all became really, really good at whatever it is that they did, and everybody
Any
made
of
money.
Katrina's cousins single?
No.
I'm just trying to plan out a late in life Real Housewives moment for myself.
They have really nice houses, but no.
I'm gonna Anna Nicole myself into retirement. Oh.
I'll be right there with you.
We're just gonna take over the Real Housewives of OC. Like, hey,
Meanwhile, Vera and I are like, we don't need no fucking men. We'll make our own money. Woo!
No, because once you got money, then you can make money. You're right. Like
it's so much easier once
I can get on QVC and sell a duster jacket like a crazy bitch.
Like, can you sell some Melaleuca?
Oh, I could try. Jeffrey's trying to expand his tentacles across the ocean.
We have an empire for you, Steve.
An empire. Great. I'm going to be the eyes of Jeffrey Emmett. I can see a movie being made.
You're gonna get a complimentary pink sedan.
Ooh,
I could probably get hate crime for that in this. I could probably get hate crime for that in this town, girl. Calm down.
Uh-oh.
I live in Newcastle. Calm down. Anyway.
Well, listen, if it does you dirty, you could borrow Jeffrey's neighbor's lawnmower and we could just take it out for you.
Obviously. Maybe that's what you need to do. You need to donate that Melaleuca pink mobile to the one that was lost. Car for a car. Look, Jeffrey's no. Jeffrey says
no.
But just to put a cap on that.
Do you have the Melaleuca pink mobile?
Oh, hold on. There's something happening in the States.
Oh.
Hello, Kiora. You're not that far away. How you doing? Hello. So to put a little like cap on it, I think that obviously growing older, your other people's opinions become less important, but we are still, programmed by certain people and certain experiences in our lives to
We keeping you up,
still
Jeff?
care a little bit. Everyone cares a
Jeffrey's
little bit.
having a rough
Every time
one.
I talk, Jeffrey's That's why I'm not invited on the other shows. It's okay. It's fine. All right, here we go. Here's your event. All right, V, you ready to go?
Mid-suck.
Oh, I'm choked her
down
out.
some
Sorry,
water.
V.
Sorry.
Wow, I just
V
waterboarded
took me
Vera.
out.
I'm sorry. Help me. Help me. I'm the Bush administration.
I'm melting.
All right, V, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Well, we kind of started to talk about it. I should know better than to keep it to myself. This week, our favorite Marjorie Trader Green got her panties in a wad because Jimmy Kimmel made a little joke. She had tweeted out that the 3 Republicans that voted for Ketanji Jackson Brown were pro-pedophile.
Oh.
And this after she said that she heckled Jamie Raskin on the floor of Congress, saying that it was a Putin hoax. But, we won't. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I support the First Amendment. Jimmy Kimmel made his little joke, and his joke was, where is Will Smith when you need him? Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene decided this was a threat of bodily harm against her person. And this woman who heckled the president, who heckled the survivors of the the school shooting in Florida, this woman who's been mean to everybody on the planet turns this over to the Capitol Police as a threat against her person.
Mm-hmm.
The very same Capitol Police who she voted against a raise. And she also voted not to give them any time off for any PTSD they might have suffered after January 6th, and not to give them any special awards after January 6th. But she turned to them to protect her from bodily harm because Will Smith had been deployed against her.
Wow.
Well, we could go into how ridiculous this all is, but the bottom line is, when are we going to get our sense of humor back, kids? This is a joke. The G.I. Jane thing was a joke. Why is it open season on comics? Why are we not allowed to make jokes anymore? Is comedy dead? Come on. What is going on here? I believe and support with my whole heart the First Amendment. I don't have to like the words that come out of your mouth. God knows I don't like the words that come out of her mouth. But I respect her right to say anything she wants. That's part of being in a free society. Now, when you say anything you want, you have to remember there are consequences. And sometimes the consequences are people are going to make a joke. Grow a pair, Marjorie. If you're going to be in the public eye, there's a lot more jokes coming your way.
Wow. I just want to applaud that one. I don't know. Am I getting converted? I really liked the vent. I don't know. Uh-oh.
Kitty's red hat slowly coming off. It's like,
I had to tilt the red hat to the back today.
Oh, shit. Before we go, I've got a nice, cute little What the Fuck Weekly for you. What the? So we're talking about being, popular and cool and all that kind of stuff and people's opinions. It's good to know that if it doesn't happen in your lifetime, it can still happen for you after death. So the picture that is up on screen now is the corpse of a rapper who's known by the name Gunu, who was actually killed, and his corpse was displayed on stage at Bliss Nightclub. So Bliss Nightclub has apologized on Instagram after photos and videos surfaced of what appeared to be a body of 24-year-old Washington, D.C. area rapper Markel Morrow, also known as Good New, on stage at a funeral event held at the club. Morrow was killed last month in District Heights, Maryland. They went and they straight embalmed a corpse and then put it on stage as a funeral wake.
So why did they apologize?
Because you can't
It's
have a
in
dead
bad
body
taste.
hanging
You can't have
around.
a dead body
Jeffrey.
just
You
out
can't-
in
It
public.
was his funeral.
Give
No,
him
it-
permission.
It was
they
a
didn't. No,
nightclub.
they didn't tell them that this was happening. They just chucked a dead body up on stage and went,
Oh.
yeah.
I mean, I thought the
No,
fact
it
that
was
he
his
was
actual
standing up
funeral.
was
Mom,
great.
dead body.
Because I've always said, don't you fucking put me laying down in no coffin, bitch. I don't like the way I look laying down, especially my face. I want to be upright, you know what I mean, and pull my face back a little bit. Don't lay me down.
Cremate
And like
me.
Dorothy and Blanche, don't be on top, remember? Because everything falls forward.
Oh, I know. The TikTok, they had that thing where people were doing funeral videos, where they're leaning into the coffin, be like, girl, I'm not partaking in that shit, okay? Because I'm not leaning over, no.
No.
But
No.
if we
Oh,
look at the
don't
photo,
you
if we look at the
worry.
photo
I
again,
remember.
he just looks a bit sleepy. But there's people
I was with it.
partying
He
around.
looks like Travis
Yeah.
Scott.
Right? That's a
He
little bit
looks like-
creepy. I was going to go there too, but that's a bit creepy.
Bunch
It's
of
like-
racist
looks like-
bitches.
Oh, that's pretty
No, he looks like
No.
him when he's
has
giving that
the
concert when
Yeah.
all the people were dying. He looks just like that.
Yeah. I was like, but could you imagine, could you imagine doing this for grandma? Imagine if we just rock up to Golden Corral with
Listen, that
Vera's
would be a lot
corpse.
cooler if Grandma was embalmed at the
You
club,
rock up to
just
Golden
getting down, and you
Corral
could
with my
move her arm,
I will
Weekend at
fucking haunt you.
Bernie's. That'd be
Vera, come on,
freaking
you
cool.
wouldn't like a wake at Golden Corral?
You
No,
would wake
not
up
at
with
Golden
mashed
Corral.
potatoes on your face every fucking night. for
No.
the rest of your days. I would
Maybe
haunt
at the
you.
Bliss nightclub though.
Yeah, Vera's blissing out. Vera's would have to be a boozy brunch for Vera in memory of Vera.
That's
Well,
Yeah,
I
brunch.
I
A
bet
nice
you,
cheese souffle, mimosas, yes.
Brian,
Golden
Agreed.
Corral, fuck you.
Brian from How We Ended Up This Way would love to have his wake at a bathhouse.
I'm sure he would.
but he'd be
These
scaring
things-
people.
At least things would be stiff. You know?
No body either. Cremate me.
Cremate? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
agree with that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
No body.
Actually, I just said to my friends after my dad passed away and finding out how much everything fucking costs, I was
I
like,
know.
you have my permission to find an old box and kick me down the river. It's like, I'll just, feed me to the fish. I will be
Yeah.
low maintenance, bitch.
I'm just gonna
that's
plan the
a
whole
lot of
thing
money.
out and leave the money to whoever is
Yeah.
in charge of it.
We had all that. We had it like it was all.
You guys
it was
have
all
a
sorted,
party.
but
Here's your instructions. Get lit. Boom. Don't cry.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep.
Bye. You can
Get
tell
literally
jokes
like a
if you
titty.
want.
Tell
Everyone has to
funny
get
stories.
Botox
Yeah.
on it. Like,
Feel free to
you know.
roast me as
Funny
long as
stories,
everybody's
yes.
laughing. Get it done.
Yeah.
Right.
Fun.
Mhm.
That's the way to go. I think a roast's the way to go. Hey.
Yeah,
Funeral,
no-
I'm like standing in a line, having people greet you,
Oh,
and
no.
they're crying.
Do you remember
What
when
the
the Italians
fuck?
used to expect you to kiss the corpse? Probably too young.
No,
Yeah.
they still do it in my family.
No, that's just
No.
wrong.
I
I
can't even do.
Uh-uh.
I won't go to an open casket.
I did a
I
dead
wanna see
bitch's
that.
makeup.
I don't want to see that. I want to see that.
Not a big
No,
deal.
That's a no.
I'd
for
rather
me,
it be a
no.
mystery. I'd rather it could be anyone in there. It's part of the surprise,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Interesting. You take the wrong person's
could be
ashes
done.
home. You get a
Because
you get a
can
ghost
you
that's not
imagine if they
yours.
do your makeup badly and then people are saying you look terrible?
Judging
What
you?
if you have to hear
Well,
it
how
from
could
the
they-
other
I've never
side?
seen good
How does your
makeup.
ghost get over that opinion?
What if you
right.
don't get over it in life and then you carry that with you and you're like, oh no.
Katrina's like, I'm sorry, I had bad eyebrows when I died. Oh god.
Damn it!
Someone sand my feet quickly. Oh.
The people know that I got the hoofs.
Olaf Hoof.
Oh,
Mhm.
So Jeffrey, Emmett, have we got anything exciting coming up next week?
Yes, on Monday we have How We Ended Up This Way.
And
And then Tuesday, our interview with Vampira and
There we
Blood
go.
will be airing from TikTok. It's going to be a
Yay.
real treat. And I don't have the picture or the promo
That's okay.
uploaded because I'm special. But it's on our social media pages. So make sure you're tuning in on Tuesday for Blood and Vampira.
It's really, a chat.
It was such a special treat. They're right. They're the sweetest people. They every week they're raising money on TikTok for local charities. So yeah, tune in for that. Make sure you tune in on Monday. And then I don't know what the hell else.
We got more. We got heap loads of shit coming your way. So just stay on the soch, and we will like. I know. I'd be furious with blue eyeshadow too.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, kids, stay safe. Stay alive, basically.
Yeah.
Stay strong. We love you. See you next week. Bye. I have a quick question before we finish. I don't know if you've seen the video. I'm going to say it very quickly. Have you seen the gravestone that has a sensor in it and it has a voice speaker, and this guy's recording like ouch and stuff, like a different. It's amazing. Google it. It's so fun.
Dave.
I know. I like it.